Man.
But it's like this though.
Man.
Folks, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo table on the mic. But it's like this is all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
World premiere.
So, y'all, some of y'all already in here. Mad Love, Rashonda, Twiggy, B. Alexander, Lakeisha C. Shia, what's up? Biggs the Reaper, what's up? Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all time. J Wine, what's up? Let me turn this up some more. I feel like my shit too low. What's up, Valine? Always here. Let me do something real quick, y'all. J1, what we said? Let me see. Get back on.
All my bitches in shape, no squares in my circular. Ain't shit sweet, what you looking like dessert to us. Who the bad bitch make a think she joining services. Tell them that the sky's kind of shaky, check for turbulence. Ain't nobody snitching, get your news from Ron Burgundy. You heard me.
Y'all coming in this, y'all hit that like button on your way in. Calvin, LeBron, Chino, man, that's tough. Najee, what's up? Fox, Denise, Cherie, Barack, Lifted, Miss Mello, Derek, what's up?
I wish a nigga will invest in Home Depot. In the game of life, I'm just trying to find a cheat code. Niggas sell a soul, but we got this shit for cheap though. Your style needs repo. If you ask me,
I'm gonna give y'all time again. Don't worry.
Beauty in the beast mode.
Don't worry, y'all got time. What's up, Natco? What's up, Sunnyside?
Sharper than the deacon, please tell a preacher, preach on. I be on the move. This is the real detour. Niggas buying snow like they trying to build a ski course. Career like a seesaw. 100 round each, man. That's how they turn the beef off.
Let me put the word out real quick.
Fuck the world, keep home. Put word about what we doing. Know some happy killers. You in danger when they keep showing. Man, that nigga's nice. Man, that nigga's like nobody you ever seen. There's nobody in sight. There's no way to describe the pressure I apply. I'm just hot. You should rid of all the devils in your life. Settle wide. Never underestimate the mellow guy. Get the drop on a nigga.
What's up, Big Tank?
Blowing off the chain like a ghetto pedal bike. Can't walk in my shoes when niggas step aside. Life is a box of chocolate, abundant vanilla skies. With all these false prophets approaching with jealous vibes. Married to the hustle, say hello to the bride. Bitches are indecisive. Tell me what is your vice. Niggas with big stacks.
Got the word out. What's up, Dominique?
Independent the grind. This is the end of times. Intervention divine. It's 88. Revolution will be televised.
Man, I'm gonna give people about 5 more minutes, y'all. Well, I say about 2. I say about 2 more minutes. I want to get this off my chest real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all go to sleep. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my ass to sleep too.
You ain't getting money, my nigga. Fuck is you doing? Big Willie, couple honeys right by the poolage. Keep fucking with nicks and get ugly like Patrick Ewing. All that whining over bread, I swear I think it's
What's up, Sierra? Welcome.
What this industry needed.
Welcome.
Niggas thinking they cold. Oh no, you should have cheated. Keisha blowing no reach, but she sucked like she started teasing. Bet that chopper get the drumming like shit.
What's up, DC?
She say you so dope, pray you don't end up like Lulu. Run, but you can't hide. They gon' find your ass like Google. You ain't trying to build, they gon' knock a nigga screw loose.
We trying to give them time, y'all. Trying to give them time.
This is real shit. Spread love, take 6, nigga. What is love? Simply fear and hate.
Dominique, I ain't gonna keep you long.
Fuck with me.
I'm gonna get this shit off my chest real quick.
I'm just saying sucker free. If you trying to make it happen, gotta run that shit by me. Bitch, you always
Bitch, stop hating. Don't hate, bitch. Don't do that. Don't come here hating now.
Dress code, suck your beats, trying to brush up on the game.
What's up, Dave?
Preach.
What's up? Chanel Virgo. Damn. Okay, Vid. I know it was you, Vid. Don't give me that dislike real quick. It's all right. I'm gonna take that right now. You might got a problem with Nick Grant. That might be your issue right now. I'm gonna let that shit slide.
These bitches, they ain't about nothing. I'm still gonna get this money. Damn, I love this life. Money out the stash spot.
Okay, here we go, y'all.
Never seen them like they Sasquatch. Tired of stunning niggas like they just moved out they dad spot. Boy, we
Oh man. You're right, Valine. Somebody always hate, but it's all right. I'm used to it by now. We hater proof over here. It's gonna be all right. Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all hear me clearly? Y'all let me know before I get going. What's up, John Brown? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me clearly before I even get going. Just comment fuck yeah or some shit like that. Let me know. Y'all can hear. Okay. Okay. First and foremost, shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what it is. Mad love to everybody who show their love, show support. Follow me on Instagram, on Facebook. Subscribe to this channel. Mad love to you. Mad love to you for taking the time to spend some time with your brother. I do want to say before we even get going here today, it's a supposed President's Day. Y'all black folk know damn well y'all ain't never had no goddamn president, so don't get it confused. I know you took your day off work, I understand, but let it stop there. You ain't never had a president, not once, not even your black one. He wasn't yours. Y'all let that shit go. We're not gonna get no power coming through the presidential office in America. 3Ks Incorporated. Don't get this shit fucked up. Understand that early. Now you go ahead and get your blunt jumping. Get your weed going. I want to let y'all know that early before we even get going. Now, I wanted to come in here and talk about Jussie and what I'm seeing black people saying at this time in his case. I made a short post on Instagram about, they give you that 60-second window on there where I talked about the fact that I don't believe, and I'm seeing a lot of people say that Jussie should go to prison for lying. Also, that Jussie is setting black people back for in some type of way. Now, when I made that post, I had a couple people disagree with me. I got some messages of people disagreeing with the stance I was taking. And, to me, I don't think we're looking at this thing like we should. Y'all know I covered Jussie when the shit first jumped off. I told y'all the motherfucker was lying then. Y'all know I told y'all I don't agree with the motherfucker telling them types of lies. Now, saying that he should go to jail for lying as a black person is, to me, to say that you're not paying attention to the society in which you live. You're not really fully paying attention. One of the main reasons that I decided to say this is because we'll talk about the system, we'll talk about the justice system, we'll talk about the things that go on within this system. Then we'll turn around and say, or grant our opinions as to who should go to jail, like we have that power anyway. If we had that power, Zimmerman would be in jail. If we had that power, the motherfucker that murdered Eric Gardner would be in prison. We don't have that type of power at all for us to come out and say somebody's supposed to go to jail. And particularly in this situation where we're talking about a motherfucker that lied, these, ain't nobody going to jail that we say supposed to go to jail. It's funny to watch us believe we'll talk about the system and then believe we have the power to command jail time over people. We don't have that type of power, period. This is the same system that we talk about that don't give us justice constantly. This is the reality of the situation. We don't have that type of power. And particularly in this situation, Jussie's old bitch ass. Now, he's still a bitch motherfucker for telling them type of lies, but nobody was murdered. Only person that suffered any type of would-be injuries was him, and nobody was falsely imprisoned based on his account of the things that happened to him. We have seen throughout history that white people, these white motherfuckers out here, get to lie about what's going on with black people, and they never going to prison, never going to jail at all. We saw this with Emmett Till, which is the example I used in the video I put on Instagram, but it's also been shown in other areas. Just like these motherfuckers calling the police on black people for no reason. For a while, y'all was making jokes about that. We had you know, parking lot patty and barbecue patty, whatever the fuck these dumbass names y'all was coming up with for these motherfuckers that are putting your livelihood in danger. Y'all found ways to joke about that. That was funny to y'all for some reason. I didn't get the humor. If you've been following my channel, you understand. I never understood the humor. Those people do not go to jail. Those people don't go to prison, and they run the risk of you being murdered by the cops when the cops show up. 3Ks. Don't get that shit fucked up. Nobody going to jail over that. Nobody being sent to prison over that. These white women that will falsely accuse black men of rape, those men will fuck around and do 10 years, 2 decades, come to find out they innocent. Don't nobody go hunt down that white bitch and make sure she's locked up. No one does that work for y'all. But y'all out here saying that Jussie's old lying bitch ass deserves to go to prison for lying. He set black people back some 150 years. How do y'all fix y'all's mouth to say this type of shit? Black people been set back, and we're gonna continue to be set back until we unify as a people. That's just all it is to it. Ain't nobody coming out setting us back. I don't like when black people say that, because we don't have a position to be set back from. We ain't on the top and getting knocked down a couple pegs. That's not the situation that we're in. So to see so many black people come out and talk about this man need to be imprisoned is bullshit, in my opinion. Now, again, I'm one of the few people that's, you know, I understand where everybody's coming from. Oh, he lied. He deserved to do some type of time. I do feel like, though, he may should get some type of charge for lying, falsifying some type of, you know, legal shit, or falsifying a report, maybe get some type of, you know, some type of fine or something like that, maybe something on his record. But prison? No, not prison. And even if we do, well, he should get a fine or a charge for falsifying a police report, or falsifying, even using the police in a false report. White folk not dealing with that. They don't get that at all. So if he does get that, y'all should be mad that he getting that, and these white motherfuckers out here ain't getting shit happening there. If you're gonna be mad about something, I'll share a story with you. Let me share this story you may not even know about. I posted it up on my Instagram. About this police chief out of Miami, Florida. This is, it says, and I'll read a little bit of this article from you. It says, former Biscayne Park police chief Raimundo Estesiano, I could be fucking his last name up, I don't give a fuck about his bitch ass name, says allegedly pressured his officers to frame anybody black for unrelated crimes to boost perfect crime stats. That's what he did. Some of y'all remember this story. Now, they done gave him time. Now, they giving him time. Guess how much time he's facing? Guess how much time he actually got by falsifying, locking black people up falsely while he was police chief. Guess how many years he got? Just guess. For a crime that should be life, if you ask me, because you're ruining people's lives. Guess how much time he got? Just throw it out there. What y'all think? Guess how much time? Well, Lee said 0. This man got 3 years. Some of y'all said nothing, but it's 3. He got 3 years. Now, I don't know if he's going to serve the whole 3 or not. Y'all know they do a whole bunch of good behavior and all this shit like that, you know. This motherfucking police chief got caught padding his stats for his area by falsely accusing black men and women of crimes. He got 3 years. 3. Do y'all believe that black people could come out here and say, no, he deserves more time, and that actually means something? Y'all believe that? We don't have that type of power at all. Again, we got to keep in mind the country that we live in. This motherfucker ruined black lives, disrupted black lives by telling his team to falsely arrest and bring charges on innocent black people. 3 years. If he'd have went out there and full-blown murdered black people, he'd have got 0 years. 0. That's the type of time they're giving out for actual murder. We saw that when I talked about the cop in Alabama shooting the black veteran. 0 years. So how crazy is it for black people to be saying that Jussie deserves to go to prison? That's mind-blowing to me. Should he be shamed? Yeah. You lying motherfucker. And I still don't know what his motivation was to tell the lie. I don't know what exactly he was trying to make happen. That's parts of the story I still haven't got yet. We know that the 2 Nigerian dudes that he hired that was extras on the set of Empire, they done came and basically snitched his bitch ass out. Now he done went and hired a legal team. I don't know what the fuck they gonna say for his motherfucking ass. But if you notice, white folk don't even have to go hire legal teams. They don't even have to defend themselves when they lie. They don't have to do anything. They just get to lie. They just get to tell these lies, even if they cost a black life to be murdered, just like in the situation with Emmett Till. That white bitch that is old now, old white bitch now, she didn't have to go get no lawyer, not have to go hire a fucking legal team. All she had to do was sit on the truth for decades, come out and say, oops, well, I kind of lied, and nothing happened. Y'all black folk wasn't even mad for a long time. This is the type of shit that happens over here in this country. And nobody bats an eye. Sharonda, Sharonda says what Jussie has done is a slap in the face to people that have actually lost their lives to hate crimes. Sandra, Mike, Tamir, he playing victim to make Trump's America look a specific way. I disagree with that. The slap in the face is that the people who murdered Sandra, Mike, and Tamir got the fuck off. That's the slap in the face. Jussie ain't slapped nobody in the face. The justice system is always slapping black people in the face. Period. This is one of the rare times where a black person comes out and says somebody white did something. You can't even find another time. You can't even find another time where black people are being able to accuse white people of doing shit. Jussie ain't slapped nobody in the face. The justice system is constantly slapping black people in the face. That's bottom line. Let's keep the focus where it should be, in my opinion. Again, I'm not telling y'all that, you can't think whatever you want to think, but I still think that I understand what he did. But it ain't him. That's Sandra being murdered and that cop getting off, Mike being murdered. That ain't him. Oscar Grant, that's not Jussie. Jussie didn't take nobody to set black people back for those people to get off. They're just getting off. Period. That's where we live. That's where we live. That's how the justice system is set up. Now, again, I'm not exonerating Jussie for lying, but we can't keep tying we can't tie all injustice on him. Oh, because he did this, now black people ain't gonna never get justice. You ain't been getting justice. Don't let him come out and be the poster child for black people not getting justice because of what he did. That means we're not paying attention. It's not him that's going to be the reason we don't get justice in this country. Nothing he's done is going to cause us to not get justice in this country. Now, should he come out and be real about what he did? Yeah. He should come out and be real. He sent motherfuckers on a would-be wild goose chase. But he's not the person that's, you know, it's not him. That ain't his fault. He ain't setting us back. We ain't never been set up or set forward to be set back. We ain't even got to the forward part yet. We don't get justice through this system. We have to understand that. We can't tie all of our injustice on him now. That's just not how it works. Now, y'all can be mad at this motherfucker. Y'all can make jokes about him going to Subway. Because we childish as hell. I know he want to make jokes about this nigga, this goddamn foot long he had to go deal with real quick. I joked about it too when I talked about it. I joked about his bitch ass. But again, I knew he was lying from the beginning. I told y'all he was lying from the beginning. And I was told that I was on some bullshit for saying he was lying from the beginning, you know. I seen videos of people that shared the clip of I want to say it was Me, Myself, and Irene or some shit like that. That Jim Carrey clip where he fighting, he beating his own ass. And I even think about the scene from Elijah, another Jim Carrey motherfucking movie, where he in the bathroom in that courthouse beating the shit out of himself. He's like, I'm kicking my ass or some shit he said like that. That shit, that just to think about that shit's kind of funny, you know. But letting Jussie be the dude that's gonna be responsible for us not getting justice, like, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. We can't let him be that. White folk can call the cops on black folk for having a goddamn cookout. They can call the cops for black folk entering buildings where they live. Another cop in Texas, y'all remember this story, can walk into a black man's apartment and full-blown murder him. And that's okay, you know. That's fine. Nobody. That's all right. Nobody, no real big uproar from black people about that. But Jussie needs to go down because he told a lie that nobody was harmed from other than him. Now he looking, I know he all types of embarrassed about this. He has to be. I didn't watch his, I think he went on to Good Morning America or some shit he did and sat and talked about the shit. And I didn't watch the shit because I already knew what the fuck was going on. You know, you're a lying motherfucker. You're a lying motherfucker. And ain't no point you sitting here acting like you didn't lie about it. It is what it is, you know. You know you didn't lie. Now we need to know why you lied. We just need to deal with that part, you know. Justin, okay. What's up, Miss Ra? Justin says, I heard he did it because he was about to be written off the show this upcoming season. They filmed his funeral scenes at a church in Detroit. Well, I can't necessarily go off, I heard he did it. You know, I don't know why I did it. I think many can speculate why he did it. I've seen him be called a narcissist and all these things. Until I hear from his ass, I don't know why he did it. I can't really necessarily speculate as to why he did it. I don't know why he would have done it because it just doesn't make any sense from beginning to end. It doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know why he did. I'd rather hear him say why he did it. You know, Leticia said it was a political stunt. I mean, again, we can all speculate. You know, we can all speculate as to why he did it, but I don't know why he did it. You know, it is what it is as far as that is concerned. But I really don't believe that he deserves prison time. That's the part that I can't get on board for, as far as black people saying this about this, and so many other people having done prison time that's cost people their lives, that have disrupted black lives, and they're not doing time. They're not doing time. Period. Okay, so you say ain't nobody gonna believe anything he says from this time on? He say he's a soldier boy to acting industry. That's funny. Soldier boy wild as hell. But I think that even if he don't get, I guess maybe in the industry, Lee Daniels might take him on, and you know, Lee Daniels might put him under his wing and let him do some behind the scenes shit. I really don't know what's going to come of this whole situation, but I really want us to be paying attention to what we're saying. You know, we should be paying attention to what we're actually saying as a people. One, black people, you don't have the power to command people to prison. I don't know where you think you at. Don't know what situation or illusion that you under where you think you can tell people where you can tell this system who needs to be locked up. You're not in that situation at all. And I don't even see how you are believing that you're in that situation. Don't nobody give a fuck about what you're talking about. Nobody. Y'all can hashtag all you want. You can scream to the top of your goddamn lungs. Nobody cares. Nobody. They need to be trying to figure out this woman and I'm gonna deal with this story real quick first. I posted this up on my Instagram as well. Tamila Horsford out of Forsyth, Georgia, found dead on November the 4th, 2018. She was at a sleep after she attended a football mom sleepover on November the 4th. Horsford was severely beaten around the head and face. Her body was discovered in the yard by the homeowner's aunt at 7:30 a.m. This isn't even getting national news coverage. Black woman thought it was okay. She got 5 kids, at least in the picture I have of her, Tamila Horsford. She thought it was okay to go sit around some white folk. Nobody went to prison about it or nothing. Nobody been arrested over it or nothing in this situation. There's no national outcry from black folks saying that somebody needs to go to prison. No, y'all saying Jussie needs to go. No outcry over this. Now she fucked herself up. I don't know what made her believe she could trust in white folk like that. I wouldn't feel comfortable in a situation where it's just me and a bunch of white folk. Wouldn't feel comfortable like that in any type of way. But apparently she's one of those type people that befriended white folk. Look like her children I don't see a picture of the father, nor did I do research about the father, but it looks like her children may be of the mixed persuasion. Like she laid around with a white man and had her some children that may have made her trust white folk in that way. But she paid the cost with her life. November the 4th, 2018. Most people ain't heard shit about it. I do think Black people have the ability to bring things to awareness with the use of hashtags, to bring stories to the forefront, to inform people as to what's going on. But as far as getting justice, no. Nah. That's not going to happen. Ain't no justice coming through this system for Black folk. And it's ignorant of us to keep expecting it. Some of y'all said y'all didn't know anything about this story. If you, well, if you do have Instagram, follow my page. I posted up about it. I said a little something about it on there. But this happened down in Forsyth, Georgia. Happened down in Forsyth. Nobody bats a fucking eye. Nobody gives a fuck. Because we sitting around calling for Jussie to get prison time. Meanwhile, these white folk done murdered this woman. And they out here chilling. Dominique, we were supposed to know. Dominique A says, I thought we all knew he was on some bullshit. Everybody didn't know. I think y'all's girl Kamala came out and said something about it. Y'all's boy Corey came out and said something about it. A couple of the would-be leaders of the LGBTQ have came out and said something about it. And the people who saw the bullshit were actually alienated at the very beginning of this. When again, I know I got some messages telling me that I was full of shit, because I said the story didn't add up from the beginning. All it takes is a little bit of common sense. But the problem that we have as Black people is that we like to allow the media to sway us one way or another. We don't like to use our own brains. The media says something happened, or Jussie come out say it, media get hooked to it. Oh shit, it happened, we mad. Well, all you have to do is hear the story and come for yourself. For yourself, you can see it was some bullshit. Now the media come back out here and say, oh, Jussie lying, now it's off with his head. The media get to tell people what to be mad at. What's up, Dylan? What's going on, brother Dylan? But the media gets to tell y'all what to be mad at, what to pay attention to, what the story is, what, you know, the media gets to control all of that as far as Black people are concerned. Mad love, Wadner. Y'all hit that like button if you fucking with the video. I got eight dislikes already. I wish some of the people that did, I guess, disliked something that I was saying here, I wish they would kind of tell me what exactly part. I'll take time to take some comments and disagreements. I'll do that real quick. Because again, I told you I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all's time. Folk got to go to sleep. I get that. It's Monday. For people who may be disagreeing with what's being said, tell me which part is disagreeable with. Just let me know. You did. Miss Natural UK. You did. You missed the whole thing. Mac Happy, you said not. Okay, Mac Happy says. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Let me try to make sense of what you're saying, Mac Hippie. You said Jussie doesn't deserve jail time. Reason my downvote. Not you, but the title. Well, so you disagree with the title, which is why you gave the thumbs down? That's interesting. What's up, Mad Saint? That's interesting. I don't know if I understand that, like, but all right, now, David, get you some rest, man. Mac Hippie, you say he deserves more than prison. What's more than prison? Community service? Okay. So, right, right. Elaine, don't even try to make sense. I feel like it was a riddle. I feel like he threw it out there to kind of give me some type of riddle. He deserves a lot of community service. Okay, I mean, I couldn't argue against community service. You know, again, if he gets community service, I would want them to go back and give everybody else community service that's actually cost Black people their lives and actually cause Black people to go to prison. These people don't have to deal with community service at all. False allegations of rape. Nobody gets community service for that. You know, I don't. You know, I'd rather for it to be an even playing field. We know it's not, but I'd much rather for it to be an even playing field. Grandma K says, "Do anyone know what the old lady got for lying on Emmett Till?" Not a goddamn thing. She didn't get anything for lying on Emmett Till. Nothing. Black people was mad for 3 days. I think we got like a 72-hour window where we be mad, and then that was it. She's somewhere living her best life, eating unseasoned food. That's what she doing. She's fine. Nothing. People were arguing that karma was going to do something to her. Nope. I know y'all believe in karma real heavy. No karma. No nothing. She wrote a book and getting that money. Dealing you well. No, Jesus ain't deal with her. Jesus ain't do shit to her. What's up, Tamika? Justin, you say, Rob, why don't Black people find and kill these racist cops who get off for killing our people? All they have to do is hire hitmen and take them out, but we'd rather kill each other. Black people are not going to run around killing cops because they scared. It's not going to happen. Black people scared of white folk. We're not scared of each other. We don't see value in each other. But when it comes to white people, no matter what they do to Black people, they ain't nothing gonna happen to them. It's fear. It's fear and our willingness to say, well, Jesus is gonna get him in the afterlife. You also have to look at the religion that we've been programmed to believe that somehow there's some imaginary motherfucker out here fighting our battles for us. That also plays a huge part in this. When it comes to white folk, Jesus is gonna deal with them. When it comes to our own people for stepping on our shoes, oh, we're gonna kill them that night. They can just step on our shoes. Just got the new 11s. This nigga stepped on them real hard in the club. You ain't waiting for Jesus then. You gonna go ahead and kill him. Fight him, beat him up. You gonna do something to him. But the same way George Zimmerman can walk around here and do whatever the fuck he want to do and he not be touched, it's fear. It is fear. And we'll come up with excuses for our fear. That's how we are. That's how we are. We don't hesitate to put no time in. When black people wrong us, we don't say shit like Jesus to deal with them. That's only for white folk, which is the reason they gave you that religion. Because when it comes to them, they want you to be, forgiving of them. But when it comes to us, nah, fuck that nigga. He needs to die. And that's what happened to him. He needs to be hit. He taking money from my corner. He got on a red t-shirt. He got on a blue t-shirt. They know, well, we're going to let Jesus deal with them. No. Ashley, somebody, Ashley Hawkins say she'll be a black woman in the afterlife. No, that's a blessing. For her to come back as a black woman, to be a blessing for her motherfucking ass. We have the most amazing women on the fucking planet. She'd be blessed to come back black. Hell, you ask me, that's a goddamn blessing. Food to be seasoned right. Might have a little ass on her. She won't look 85 when she's 25. That's a goddamn blessing for that hoe. She better not come back black. Come back the same way she left, goddammit. Sun won't burn her ass up. Hell no. Hell no. You come back black and fuck that shit. That's a blessing, goddammit. Hell nah, Miss Rock. We ain't past no Jesus. We not past Jesus. You can look at the state, the amount of money that the black church still bringing in every week. We ain't made it past Jesus. Hell no. We ain't made it past no Jesus. And I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. I don't know what it is. White folk, every white person in the country would have to come out and say Jesus ain't real for black folk to be like, okay, maybe he not. Maybe he not real. That's the only way that black folk will conceive even that Jesus ain't real. It'll take all the white folks saying it, and white folk ain't saying it because they use that to make black people weak. Justin say, what's your thoughts on the Kaepernick settlement and Monique and Steve situation? I did a show on Monique and Steve the other day. It's on this channel, so I did a whole show on that. But Kaepernick settlement, I don't really have much thoughts about it. He got a settlement, they don't want to have a public trial. I hear the motherfucker might go play for the Patriots or the Panthers. That's y'all's boy. Kaepernick is y'all's hero. That's not my hero. I didn't need him to make me aware of injustice. I didn't need him for me not to watch football. The people that support him, they have to be, kind of accountable, or their opinion would matter as to how they feel about his settlement. I don't feel shit. I don't feel shit about his settlement at all. That motherfucker, when he did the Nike commercial, y'all should have known what it was then, to me, But when I come out and talk about it, y'all tell me I'm tripping. So it's like, what I'm gonna keep saying shit for? What am I saying anything for? Ain't nobody listening to what the fuck I got to say. They know damn well he had a good case against him, so they had to settle out of court. So that's how I feel about the settlement. That's just basic shit, Now, if he come back and play, y'all have to judge him based on that. Y'all have to judge that man based on that. But as soon as he did that commercial for Nike, and then we done told y'all what's going on with Nike, and y'all allowed that to work, it's like, well, shit, it is what it is then. What can I say about Kaepernick? What can I say to be meaningful about that motherfucker? Y'all didn't see me on a damn Kaepernick bandwagon, so I wasn't on a Kaepernick bandwagon. B. Alexander says, stop the Jesus hate. Tell Jesus to stop hating us then, goddamn it. Have you prayed about that? Have you done that? Talking about some Jesus hate. That motherfucker ain't even real. How the hell can I hate Jesus when the motherfucker never even existed? That's impossible for me to hate something that ain't exist. Like, how about you pray that Jesus stop hating black folk? See how that works. See how that turns out. Motherfucker ain't never existed. I hate what the idea of Jesus has done to people's minds. That's what I hate. Not Jesus. I hate a motherfucker that ain't real. Ain't no need for that not from me. You want to ask me if I hate something? I hate the idea of white supremacy. I hate institutional racism. I hate the privatized prison complex. I hate the justice system. I hate that so many black people have decided to be self-hating ass coons. These are things I hate. Jesus, you know. Wagner says, what do you think about T.I.'s diss track to Mayweather? Do you think he did it because Mayweather slept with Tiny years ago? I don't think nothing about T.I.'s diss to Mayweather. I don't. Again, T.I. is another motherfucker y'all have on y'all shoulders, man. I told y'all about T.I. Y'all told me I was tripping. I can't do but so much. If I say somebody tripping years ago and then they continue to do shit, it's like, well, you know, and even me asks about every single thing that they do. And I'm like, well, I told y'all he was on some bullshit already. You see, he may have done it because Mayweather slept with his wife. I don't know why he did it. But I've been told y'all T.I. I don't trust T.I. And I get called a hater, you know. And if you follow my video, just the same thing with Steve Harvey. Like, I've been telling y'all about that motherfucker years. I've been talking about these people, and then y'all all of a sudden come out. Then Rob, what you think about? Well, look, 3 years ago I did this shit. I told y'all called me a hater. I kept moving. So for me to go back and it's like, yeah, damn. Well, I can't go back. I don't have much thoughts about that. I don't have much thoughts about that. Gina Regina says, what about the Corin Gain settlement being rescinded? How does that work? Because I thought payout should already have been made. I would have thought that too. But again, if we're talking about a system that, again, is against black folk, you have to look at it like, well, they doing the same type of shit they've been doing. It's the same type of stuff. Of course, I can get on here and say, man, that's some fucking bullshit. That's fucked up. How can they do Corinne Gaines like that? But then how could they have killed her? You see what I'm saying? Before we even get with the money part, how the fuck do these motherfuckers just run around killing people and that shit's just cool and then give money for the killing? I got an issue with that before I even get to the fact that they rescinded some money. Now, I didn't know anything about that, but right off the top of my head, I would say, well, that's the system for you. They can do shit like that. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But I don't know the ins and outs of that, though, Gina. I don't know that. I don't know the ins and outs of the deal. Hold on, let's see me get back up here. Y'all are comment. Matt, love to y'all for being here. I'm gonna deal with some of y'all's, a little bit more of y'all's comments. Some people saying they believe in Jesus. Okay. Yeah, hey, whatever helps you sleep at night. Beautiful says, Rob, how do you feel about the new ADOS movement? I mean, I guess I can't sit here and be against a movement that is calling for Black people to be knowledgeable, to have some sense of pride in themselves. There's no way I could be against something like that. Now, I do feel like it can be a tad bit divisive, but I can't necessarily be against something like that because everybody has their movements. I think now with the ADOS, which stands for American Descendants of Slaves, I think with that movement, they are kind of targeting or saying, well, these African immigrants, any immigrants, that Black immigrants that come in here, y'all not down with the set. Y'all not down with this motherfucking set. So when it comes to us getting these certain rights and even down to us getting reparations, it's going to be us. I ain't worried about y'all like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that ideology set at all. But I do still believe that Black peoples, whether you call them African peoples, whether you want to deal with Moorish peoples, whatever you want to call yourself, indigenous, whatever, worldwide, we need to be getting our shit together. I still believe that. So it's almost like, you know, taking even with the ADOS, even understanding the premise of the ADOS, I can't ignore still the premise and idea of Pan-Africanism as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see how, again, we kind of section ourselves off a lot of times into certain groups. And it's like, well, shit, I like that about them. I like that about what they talking about. I like that about what they talking about, which is why I don't tag myself into a certain type of movement because I see great ideas spawning up from different groups, period. So I'm not against them at all in any type of way. But I think that still Black people uniting all over the world should be the ultimate goal at the end of the day. At the end of the day. But that's why, you know, a lot of times, you know, a lot of people don't really fuck with me like that because I'm not attached to a certain type of a clique or a set. I'm just a Black man that's out here trying my best to wake Black people up and show them a couple things about what's going on out here. And my focus is raising Black children to have pride and not cower in the face of this system and having self-love through this system. So that's my focus. And I don't, you know, I ain't really no group for that. It's just, it is what it is. LaTanya Perry said, what help you sleep at night? Mr. Perkins, just knowing my kids are healthy. Knowing my kids healthy help me sleep at night. That's it. Knowing that I'm raising them to not be like these coons out here that I deal with on a daily basis. That helps me sleep at night. Knowing that I'm trying. That helps me get my rest. LaChastity says, so is Umar going to open this school or not? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Umar in his school. I can't knock his concept. I can't knock conceptually. I can't knock his idea. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what's going on with the brother's school. I have no idea. And you know, I feel like, again, like I said, it's a good idea, but I don't know what's going on. And I don't think it's right for me to speculate what's going on with him either. Because then he fuck around, open the school up, then everybody gonna be like, oh, okay. And ain't nobody gonna say my bad. Like, damn, my bad, because I didn't even, because we Black folk have a real big my bad issue. We're not good at my bad. My apology. Damn, I was out here trashing you because my fault. You know, we not good at that at all. We good at trashing, but we're not good at the apology aspect of it. You know, I don't know whether he's gonna open this school or not. I hope his idea and dreams comes into fruition. I can say that. I hope he can make it into a thing, but I don't know what the interminglings of how he's formulating it, because I'm not in his crew. I'm not in his group at all. I'm not close to him, so I can't necessarily say. You know what I'm saying? I hope it comes true. I really do. Phenon Noe says LeBron opened his school. He did. He opened his charter school. He didn't open it by himself, though. You can believe that. If you actually do any research on LeBron's school, quote unquote school, you'll see that he got a board of white folk, a whole board of white folk that he opened the school through. So when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, it's a board of white people behind LeBron. It ain't just LeBron's school. LeBron's somewhere playing basketball. He got a board of white folk that came through to help him out with that school. So you can do with that information what you will. I don't know if Umar has a board of white folk helping him build no school. I don't think a school with his concept don't get a board of white folk behind it. And if it did, then that may be an issue. Dylan says, Rob, you think Jussie lying is going to make white people deflect and deny more when we speak out on the real injustice? Not that it matters what they think, but curious. Yeah, of course they're going to use that. Of course. These white motherfuckers use whatever they can to deny what black people are talking about. So of course they're going to use that. But like I was saying earlier, it's very rare that a black person is, filing a police report against some white folk. That's a rare thing. That doesn't happen like that, But of course they're going to use it. I mean, they watch us get murdered in the street and justify selling Lucy's as a reason to die. So they're going to use this. They're going to use everything. He could have not done this, and they still would use other deflection tactics when we talk about injustice. They'll still have the same talking points. They're gonna be able to throw that in there. They're gonna throw this in there now, But to me, if a motherfucker try to use that against me, which I don't really think we should sit around trying to get white people to see what we talking about. I think once we convince black people as to what's going on out here, that's where the power is. Not convincing white folk that it's happening. Because fuck white people and what they think, really. Because we know what they're gonna deflect and deny everything. So it's not really about them. Nothing we do should be about them. But they're going to use this. But what you can say to these motherfuckers, if you're going to take the time out to go back and forth with these bitches, is that what his lie didn't cost anybody a life or anybody any type of fucking prison time. Their lies do, and they're not facing no time, ever. That's just the fact of the matters of it. That's all it is to it. Our only goal right now should be getting black people on the same page. Fuck these white folk. They're gonna deny everything. Fuck them. I'm only focused on what black folk doing. How are we raising our kids out here? Do your kid got some prize, or are you raising them to be cowards like you? Are you raising them to forgive because Jesus said forgive like you? That's all I'm concerned with. That's it. And I think that would really refocus us if let's just deal with each other. See, that's the type of shit I'm on. I'm not trying to convince white people that racism is real. I used to do that. This is people that have been watching me for years. You watching me grow. If you've been fucking with me for this long, you're watching me grow. I used to come out here and, talk to white folk and try to convince them as to what's going on. I used to do that years ago. Not no more. I don't give a fuck. I see it don't matter. We have to realize that it don't matter trying to convince white folk. We need to get us on the same page. And that's the hard part. And we have more of a reason to be on the same page, but we're still not. And that's what I'm focused on. No, I didn't see that. Miss Beautiful says, did you see Michael Rappaport trolling Meek Rob? No, I didn't see that. But it's Michael Rappaport, though. Like, who gives a fuck about Michael Rappaport and what he talking about? I've been wrote him off. I made a whole video about him when he came out and disrespected, I think it was Janet Jackson at the time. I made a whole video about him. Black people still inviting this motherfucker to a cookout. So again, I done talked about these motherfuckers. I be talking about these people, but it's just ain't nobody listening to what the fuck I'm talking about. That was what, last year before that. I mean, I don't give a fuck about what Michael Rapport talking about. He trying to get attention. Whoa, what the fuck Mac Hippie talking about? What you mean? What you saying? But I be trying to tell I be trying to tell y'all what's going on, and everybody wants to tell me that, you know, I'm extra, or, you know, I'm just hating on celebrities and all this shit. It's just like, well, these motherfuckers will continue to do what they do. And I'll keep moving on, you know. Oh, he mad because I said fuck white people. Ah, that's funny. Well, I mean, be mad. Hell, white people been saying fuck black people with their actions for centuries. So if you can be mad as fuck all you want to, that don't matter to me. If you white and that offends you, then you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place, because what you're not doing is talking to white folk. You're not calling your people together to fight for justice for black people. You'll watch us be murdered on a goddamn TV, and you'll get your bitch ass on a post and talk about how we deserved it. So who gives a fuck what you think? Who cares? Who cares? Go talk to your people. I only got a few white folk, a real small amount of white folk that can watch my videos and not get offended and call and hold themselves accountable. Ain't but a few. And I mean, when I say few, I mean literally maybe like two. I should say a couple. Most white folk just, you know, you can be mad. You can be mad as fuck that I said fuck white folk. That could bother you, but I don't care. That doesn't matter to me. Your actions have been saying that same shit for centuries. Who cares? And black people, that's where you gotta be with these motherfuckers. That's where you have to be. And if they don't like it, fuck them. You have to be like that. We have no time. We ain't got no time to play no goddamn games with these motherfuckers. They can listen and learn, ask questions, try to learn. If they're not here to learn, if they're not here to listen, if they're here to get emotionally triggered when they hear fuck black people, or I mean not fuck black people, but fuck white people, if they just here to say, well, what you mean fuck, then they just waste. Fuck you. Get out of here. Justin, no. I got some I got some white people that's cool with me. I can't necessarily call them friends. I don't hang out with nobody, but I don't really hang out with much of anybody anyway. But I do have some white folk that'll watch my shit and send me messages like, damn, you done motherfucking convicted me to go out here and try to educate my own people. And that's cool. I can respect that. I can most definitely respect that. But these motherfuckers just want to be in their feelings. Like black people out here doing something to them. No, they're not living in reality. But I don't got no white folk that I hang out with. Mm-mm. I lost all my the more convicted I got into this life, into doing what I do, and the more that I became, you know, the more I'm walking, white folk they ain't really got time. Cause I ain't about to let them just say any old type of thing. I don't have that type of time. So they'll just fall off by the wayside. They'll fall. And if you actually doing this shit, what you'll notice as a black person doing this, you'll notice even your so-called black friends, they'll fall off from you too. So it ain't just white folk, you know. Black folk will fall off too. And it's okay. You gotta, on this walk, you gotta take that and keep moving and let it be what it is. And don't worry about it. Just keep walking. You keep walking and keep growing. Kaya Elkins says, hey, it's my first time. Wait, it's my first time every okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to translate this a little bit because you got some typos right here. Hey, it's my first time ever happening upon this channel ever, but wow, I love this energy. Mad love to you for loving this energy. Is Team Rob a single person or a group? It's a group. It's a mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's simply a mentality. That's all it is. It's a mentality that you gonna be about your team, about your people, and you don't give a fuck about anything else but your people and your children. In particular, our kids. We got to raise them up not to be self-haters. It says, what kind of videos do you normally do? These kind. These kind right here. These is the kind that I do. If you get a chance to check out some of my other live streams, they're here up on this channel. If you get a chance to check them out, that's beautiful. You know, I appreciate you for being here. Hopefully you stay down. The ROB does stand for as Dealing Clarified here. Revolutionary observant being. And that's really all it is to it. Paying attention to what's going on around you and deciding to make certain changes in your life to better the black experience for you, the black person beside you, the black person in front of you, the black person behind you, your children. That's what it's all about. We have to. We have to. Mad love to you, Miss Elkins. But this is what I do right here. Try to convict us to be a little bit better, to hold our heads a little bit higher, and to let black people also know that you don't have to be, you know, you don't have to be, you can be just a regular person, just decide to be better, decide to instill more pride, and decide to hold your head up a little bit higher. You can do that any day of the week. Any day of the week. Any day. That's what it's all about. Miss Ratty says, I'm white and I never had any white privilege. Okay. That's funny. Oh shit. That's funny, man. I'm gonna tell you what's interesting. What's up, guys, Ayana? I'm gonna tell you what's interesting about that statement, Miss Ratty, is that one, this show isn't about white privilege, but that's the default comment of most white people. It's hilarious that this show has not dealt with white privilege in any type of way whatsoever. But when white people are listening to black people talk about racism of any kind, they want to talk about how they never had white privilege. And the reason that you're saying that, Miss Ratty, and I don't even know your full story, the reason that you're saying that is you're dealing with economics. You're dealing with the fact that you may have to eat some oodles and noodles. You may have lived in an area that was full of trailer parks. You may not have a great job. That's typically when y'all say that, you're dealing with socioeconomic class. That's what you're dealing with. Oh, well, I don't know you, but this is the only reason you could possibly be saying that this show has not. I ain't said the words white privilege yet, and you came out and said that shit. That's the only reason that you could say that. And you don't even live in America. You live in Australia. Like, what are you even talking about? Do you know how? Do you stand for? Do you know how the good Lord, what's the Australian? That group of black people over there. They just started classifying those black people. Actually, within the last couple of decades, they just start classifying those black people as humans. God damn. Hold on, let me think. Those Australian black people that some of y'all help me out. The Aborigines over there in Australia. Do you stand and fight for the rights of black people over there? Miss Ratty? Do you do that? Were you on the front lines helping those black people be able to be classified as human beings? Were you on the front lines? Or are you just wanting to come on videos and say that you don't have any white privilege? Because I bet you weren't on the front lines. Bet money you weren't. But I bet also you weren't classified as goddamn plants and pets and basically on the level of animals either. That's where your privilege. You never had to prove you was human. Not once. You're not having to prove that you're human now. Ever. You don't have to prove that. So that's where your privilege comes in. Because you're not having to prove that you can even be classified as a fucking human being. You were born into being a human being. You ain't had to prove that. I know you haven't. You ain't never had to do that. You from Australia on my video talking about some white privilege. And then gonna tell me I don't know nothing about you. I know you white, and I know you came in here with that dumbass comment. When ain't nobody talking about white privilege. So, you know, Australian or not, you a dumb motherfucker. I can tell that just based on your comments. I didn't invite you here. You came here. You came here. Y'all be careful of these motherfuckers, man. Be careful of these type of white people, because what they'll try to do is, you know, talk about white privilege. And that means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. You have yet to have been in an existence where you've had to prove that you're human. Not once. Black people, if you got your so-called white friends that talk the same type of shit, they're not your white friends. They're not. Because when white people will talk about white privilege, they're talking about socioeconomic. That's it. They had to call and make a payment arrangement to get that light bill paid. So they automatically think, well, shit, I'm having to call down to them folk and get this shit pushed around. You know, like, no, that ain't it. That's not what we're dealing with. That's just a piece. Economics is just a piece. How many times you had to prove to a justice system that you were human? Don't let these motherfuckers get y'all like that. We ain't gonna be dealing with them like that in here. I don't know where the fuck Miss Ratty came from. She need to get her ass back out on the goddamn in the outback. Take your ass back in the outback and get the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here. But black people, be mindful. Be mindful. This is the type of shit white folk like to do. And this is an Australian. They like this all over the world. Not just here in America. 3Ks don't get this shit fucked up. They are like that all over the world. They want to come talk about how hard their life done been. Because they ain't got money. Because they ain't rich. Right. You see that shit in that code? Talking about you know nothing about me. You're white. Bet I can read your goddamn. I bet I'm spot on with her pathology, and she won't even admit it. Hey, 2 packs of Australian oodles and noodles, and now all of a sudden I got it just as bad as y'all black folk got it. Like, get the fuck up out of here. That ain't what this shit about. But they will try to minimize your plight with that bullshit. What's up, sweet tea? Right, Hitman. Exactly. No matter where you go, they stay on code and lie about white supremacy, or the idea of white supremacy, the idea that they think they supreme, the idea that they wrote the rules, not the idea, the actuality that they wrote the rules on whiteness, and when they born, they don't never, ever, ever, ever have to prove that they're human beings, and that hasn't been a part of their history yet. That's what I know. DC Wilson, DC Wilson says she mad because you ain't put on a pedestal. If white folk looking to be put on pedestals, this is really not the place to be. Really not the place to be. At all. What's up, Conscious Coon Killer? This is not the place. If you looking to be put on a pedestal, I know a lot of black men will put these white bitches up on pedestals. Not round here. Not round here. Because I ain't trying to swim in that white water. Not trying to. Y'all got me confused. Don't want your white pussy. Y'all got me confused. Now I know a lot of these, a lot of black men is fucking the game up right now because they make it seem like black men would do anything to be with a white bitch. Nah. Nah. That ain't what the fuck going on around here. So you got to take your ass somewhere else with that bullshit, They believe it, man. Especially white women. When a black man is, they believe that black men just love them. Like, hell no. You can get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Go stand on the front lines and help us deal with this institutional racism. If you ain't doing that, you can goddamn get the fuck up out of here. You can keep your pussy. You can keep that pussy. And get the fuck up out of here. Because I don't need that. Get your ass on the front line. Y'all ain't never there. Ain't never there. Y'all be careful. Y'all black men be careful. They never on the front line. You won't find none of them on the front line. I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Ain't no black man that's decided to fuck with white bitches. He didn't meet her nowhere on the front line. He didn't go grab one from the front line. That ain't what they do. Brother Dylan, Rob, would you ever fuck with a white bitch? I can't. I can't. Like, I can't. I have. I'm not, and if I know Dylan, you've been following me for a while, so I don't know if you, been here. I have in my younger day, but I was a coon ass nigga. I have. I don't fuck with in my lifetime. I don't fuck with 3 white bitches. I have, but I was on some coon shit. You see, and I can admit that. I can admit that. I won't hide that from nobody, But I done been on some coon shit. I fuck with see when I was young, I think I was in middle school. It was a white bitch that hell actually my whole team, they used to just we used to boy. That was when I was in middle school. When I was in middle school, no, hold on. Yeah, I was in middle school because that's when I was living in Shelby. And my whole team used to run through. Her name was Heather. Motherfucking Heather. It was me and 4 of my homeboys. We used to run through that white bitch. We used to do that shit. Full blown run through. They be trying to act like it's black women act like that exclusively, like black women lose pussy and all this shit. That's a lie. That's a goddamn lie. That white bitch, we ran full blown train on this white bitch. We did. And then in college, I fucked with 2 white bitches as well. I fucked with 2 white bitches in college. But I ain't know no better. You know what I'm saying? I was a coon. That's how I know coons can be saved. That's how I know coons can come back and have some goddamn standards, you know. I know this. I know it's possible. But to fuck with a white bitch now? No. No, I can't do it. Because them bitches ain't ever on the front line. First and foremost, they're not on the front line. Before we get to anything else, and the fact that black women are the most beautiful women on the planet, before we even deal with that reality, these white bitches ain't on the front line. They just not. But I done been a goddamn coon. I done been on some coon shit. You know what I'm saying? I done did it. That's how I know you can change. You can change and continue to just get better and better and better and better. You know? It is what it is. You think I'd be like, you know, you see these grown ass black men right now, you know, with these white bitches giving them all their money, toasting the light skinned kids, and you know, talking about how much better white women treat them than black women. Like, that's trash. That's straight trash. Cause I ain't even in my coon day, I wouldn't say no shit like they treat me better. Cause white bitches cry too goddamn much. They cry too goddamn much. Man, I'm like, bitch, now get, you know, you gonna deal with what you deal with on your team. You know, I didn't never date outside my race, Miss LaChassie. I fucked outside of my race. I never dated nobody white. Never had a relationship or been in a full-blown relationship with anybody white. But when black men sit around and act like white women are the greatest bitches in the world, no, it's trash. That's a trash mentality. Them bitches cry too goddamn much, and they tears may lead you to getting goddamn cyanide poisoning or something. They don't just after a while of them crying, motherfuckers act like they doormats, but bitch, watch Snap. Them bitches don't play. They'll come kill your bitch ass, and all they got to do is say, well, I was scared for my life. That's it. No investigation, no nothing. No. Hell no. I don't know what these niggas be talking about. I know they like that soft, maybe, you know, white chicks don't be as combative. You know, I get that, but I don't mind. I can deal with some combative. That don't bother me none. I can deal with that. I'm not about to put no woman over mine. None. I won't do it. I don't give a damn how much heartbreak, how much negative experiences I've had. None. I won't do it. And white bitches really like you to do that shit anyway. When you fucking with them, they want you to talk about black women. They'll come try to jump in the conversation about black women with you. They like to try to do shit like that. No, I'm not putting nobody up over mine. I'll be goddamn. Won't happen. Right. That's right. Conscious coon killer. So you gotta kill these coons. Ha ha. First one has to be the one in you. That's the slogan on my channel. That's a hell of a fucking slogan. That's the very first one. You gotta choke that motherfucking coon out. And sometimes you gotta keep choking it out. Because even now, even when you're working in the process of decolonizing your mind, that's a constant. Like when your mind been colonized for so long, you got certain types of information. You have to decolonize your mind. You got to be choking that coon. That coon got to be in a goddamn sleeper hole. You got to be choking that motherfucker out constantly to the process of decolonizing your mind. But that's a hell of a slogan for you to have. Wagner, you say I need to talk to Travis Scott to school him and help him wake up. Travis Scott is gone. Kanye West is gone. Once you dip it in that white water, a lot of these dudes lose their mind in that white water. They lose their mind in that white water. And you gotta let them experience whatever they experience over there. Ain't no going to save them. When black folk ready, they'll come to look. They coming to seek out help from you when they ready. You see, they're coming towards you. You ain't having to go get them and pull them out. Because a lot of times, if you notice, if you're on this path trying to go get somebody black that's on some self-hating shit and pull them out, you're wasting your time. You wasting your time. That's all that is. You ain't going to save them. They're going to come for you. When they're ready to be dipped in that water, when they're ready for that healing, they'll come to you. You speak your piece and keep moving. But you ain't about to save Trav, Kanye West, the Adai motherfucker that was just now doing that shit, toasting the more light-skinned kids. Them motherfuckers ain't going to be saved. They got to go through some shit. And you'll notice that a lot of these guys come back and years down the line, they be like, oh, well, she was racist towards me and she used to call me nigger and, all this shit will come out later on. I seen another big football player said that shit about his white bitch that he had. I'm like, who gives a fuck? Are you coming to get your healing? Because if you only come to get your healing when white people treat you like complete and utter trash, then most of the time it's not going to be genuine anyway. Because you're coming over here because you got trash. You got your heart broke. You're coming over here in an emotional state. You're not coming over here in a I love myself state. And I've decided to love myself state. You coming because your feelings hurt. You coming because that white bitch or that white man done called you a nigger too many times and it's done tore you down. Now your feelings hurt. So you come in an emotional state. So this shit probably won't even stick. You got to come, I love myself. So fuck you. Now I'm going over there. Or I'm going to try to, connect with the team. Or I'm going to try to get this knowledge for myself. Don't come over here with your goddamn heart broke. Because white folk don't let you down. No. No. Hell no. Jet Wild Radio says you date Latinas. Well, Latinas can either be black or white. I date or would consider dating anybody black. I mean, either they black or not. That's all it is to it. I ain't dating nobody that don't identify with black. How about that? I think that'll sum up the whole world, really. That'll cover every group possible. I'm not dating or fucking with nobody who don't consider themselves black, who ain't proud of they black. I ain't gonna say there ain't no, I guess, beautiful would-be Latina women, but no, if you don't identify with the team, then no. Hell no. And that goes for the whole world. That's every nationality you can think of. If you identify as black, then your motherfucking ass is whack. That's a little bit of a, that might be like a little slogan. Even for the would-be Latinas or Latinos and these self-hating ass motherfuckers, because a lot of them motherfuckers is goddamn full-blown self-haters. I wouldn't even fuck with a black-skinned Jamaican that sit around and say, well, I ain't black, I'm Jamaican. No, and that motherfucker's black. Oh, you not black? You pretty. Sexy, got a nice ass or whatever, But no. Can't fuck with you. You see. Y'all real interested in who I would date. Wagner said, "Would you date a half black and Asian like A. Marie?" I don't know. I don't know who A. Marie is. She on the front line? Like, to me, it ain't. It's more, even if you would be half black or mulatto or mixed with some shit. Are you on the front line and do you identify as black? That's all. That's to me. That's everything. Because I've seen people my color that don't identify. I ain't black. I'm Kenyan. Okay. Okay. Okay, Kenyan. All right. I don't do that shit. If you don't identify as black, you're whack. You might be beautiful, sexy, nice body. I ain't, all that shit can be check, check, check. But if you don't identify as black, you whack. That's all it is to it. Very simple. Simple rule. Conscious Coon Killer Rob, have you talked about ADOS? I talked about it for a second. I might have to do a whole separate video on the ADOS and how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I may have to do a whole separate video on just let that be the actual title as to my opinion, because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about ADOS versus Pan-Africanism, and that seems to be the running conversation. But I hate with black people, it always got to be a versus. I do hate that. I hate with black people, it always has to be a versus. Like, we always got to be versus ourselves, and to me that's problematic. And it doesn't make much sense to me. But I do know that's the conversation right now. Brother Dylan says, Rob, what about people who identify as Black American? I don't think that's wrong with that. And that's what they feel like they need to identify as. That's just they're black in America. That's that's a state of actual fact. You know what I'm saying? You black on this landmass. That's like a Black Canadian or a Black South American, or what I'm saying? Like, even a Black African, because everybody in Africa ain't black. You see? I don't mind as long as you putting that black out front. I don't give a fuck. If your black is an honorable mention somewhere at the end, like, I don't do the honorable mention black. That's just a matter of fact. You see, a matter of where you're located. I'm black. I'm a Black Asian. As long as you put your black first, then you understand what the fuck going on out here. Laisha Johnson says people are propagandizing the ADOS movement. It's not against Pan-Africanism. It's for a justice claim to this country for reparations. Hey, well, I'm down with that. Again, when I talked about it, I didn't come out against ADOS at all. But when you see videos, you'll see ADOS versus Pan-Africanism. That ain't my fault. That ain't me doing that. I'm not doing that. To me, that's problematic. That's the part of it that I'm talking about is problematic. I understand what ADOS is doing. I understand what they're trying to do. The same thing that really before ADOS, you had the indigenous. You had black people saying, well, we indigenous, so we deserve reparations. So all it really looks like to me is ADOS decided to swap out the indigenous aspect, and now they're saying, well, ADOS. So it's just, to me, they just keep changing the words. And either you was here and you are a You either was here, you've been here, your family lineage is here, you are a descendant of the atrocity that is slavery here in this country. This country built its wealth off the backs and really murder and inhumane treatment, and actually being told you're inhumane or you're inhuman, period. You've been through that. Your lineage been through that. You know what I'm saying? So it was to me, it's a matter of everybody's splitting up into different groups. And I don't see anything necessarily wrong with the ADOS mission statement. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. But I never saw anything wrong with the indigenous mission statement. But if you're going to come ask me, and on a personal level, like, Rob, what's that you claim? Black. That's to me, it's simple. I claim black. That's all it is to it. I claim black. And you know, when it comes to reparations, y'all know, y'all seen my videos where I talked about reparations and those issues. I didn't you know, to me it is what it is. I don't think that until we actually come together as a people, and that's all people here in this country, reparations ain't gonna be a conversation that we can even have. I don't give a damn if you call yourself ADOS or not. You can call yourself whatever you want, but until we unified, you wasting your time. You came up with a name, that's fine, I guess, if that's part one of the movement. But you know, it's a matter of, we're not gonna really get much done until we unify and invest in ourselves, invest in our futures, you see. And if we don't do that, then it's a waste of time. We're just coming up with names. ADOS stands for American Descendants of Slaves. That's what ADOS stands for. Exactly, Jamaican singer. Unify or die. Like, we ain't gonna be no movements until we get unified. Especially when we're trying to get a political push. You know, ADOS, whatever you want to call yourself, you trying to get this American 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up, incorporated. You trying to get the government to give you reparations. And you trying to get it based on the fact, well, now you say, well, I'm ADOS. And they're gonna look at you in the face and say, oh, okay. You can go sit your ass down with the indigenous. You can go sit your ass down with the black. You can go sit your ass down with the Pan-Africans. You can go sit your ass down with the Moors. You can go sit your ass down with the Hebrew Israelites. How about you go have a seat over there and wait? That's all it is to it. Go sit down and wait. That's why I'm a goddamn free agent. I'm just out here. Now, oh, these niggas calling themselves ADOS now. They motherfuckers sitting around tables laughing at that shit. We got to come together as black people. The most powerful movement we ever had in this fucking country was the Black Panther Party. Most powerful movement we ever had. And they didn't go through the Black Panther Party saying, well, you know, I'm Hebrew, I'm Moor, I'm ADOS, I'm Pan-African. It wasn't about all that. It was Black Panther Party. That was the #1 enemy of this system. It didn't matter what. It was about the unity. That's the part that was the most problematic for this system, was the unity aspect, not what you call yourself. You unifying Christians together, then they're gonna come knock off your Christian leader. You with Martin Luther King. You unifying would be Muslims, a Nation of Islam, that was Malcolm X. They come knock his ass off. It doesn't matter. You want to split yourself up and call yourself whatever you want. It's really about being together. Period. Caring about each other, loving each other, having each other's back, defending each other. It don't matter what you call it. Doesn't matter. Macy, hell no. Macy says, what are we unifying to do? March against Whitey? No. The fuck you, have you been listening? When did you hear me call for a march? What the fuck are you talking about? Have you heard me call for a rally or a march? Did you ever see the Black Panther Party marching? No. That ain't what it ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn marching. Dylan, that's funny. So this is why we need Dick Gregory allowed to cuss out these dumbasses. Man. Problematic. I do my fair share. Dick Gregory would goddamn, that motherfucker will cuss your ass out. Macy says, what are we goddamn doing? Right now, we're trying to liberate the minds of Black people. Don't know whether you've been paying attention or not. Now, until you liberate, or at least have Black people interested in the liberation of of their minds, until you have Black people interested in that, ain't nothing else gonna be done. That's all it is to it. I agree with that, Conscious Coon Killer. If the Black Panther Party was never destroyed, this whole country, maybe the world would be completely different today, because the Black Panther Party did have they had groups as well in Africa, in the motherland. We had groups as well over there. Groups as well over there. I had asked, actually, speaking of the Black Panther Party, I asked people, I had spoken about it on one of my other live streams. There's a Netflix special about the Black Panther Party that I think is really, everybody needs to watch that shit just to see the mistakes that the Black Panther Party made. Just to see the mistakes. And you'll see us making the same mistakes today, where Black men sitting around arguing with Black men for reasons that, you know, for reasons, that's what took them down essentially, is they allowed all types of people inside their group. Black men decided to fight with other Black men, Black women, you know, the Black men versus the Black woman. That's what took them down. And we still doing that right now. Right to this day, we're doing that. Everybody, typically with Black people, they give their attention to people that are running that same narrative of Black people or Black women versus Black men. That's the same narrative that's running. The same narrative. I think with the intelligence that we have amongst us now, and with the you know, insurgence of the advancement of technology, I think that the Black Panther Party could make a new push to be resurrected. Because some people are asking about resurrection. I do think it can happen, but it'll have to be through a mentality that we don't fight each other. We don't fight each other at all. That's not what we do. We don't do that. Like that's something that we still are very, like, we'll claim we on some pro-Black conscious shit, but you still want to sit around and fight Black women all day. You claim you on some pro-Black conscious shit, but you still want to sit around and fight Black men all day. Like ain't nothing coming from that mentality. Nothing's coming from that. And that's where we stuck at right now. We stuck there. You know, Black men fighting other Black men, being jealous of other Black men based on position, based on, you have Black men that are hate on other Black men just for the fact that that Black man may get some, may be able to get women. You got Black men that hate on that Black man. For what? Black women will hate on another Black woman just because that Black woman may think she cute. Like, that's enough to hate another woman? That's all it take? Meanwhile, you sit around and you still loving these white folk, and they don't just think they cute. That ain't all they doing to you. They actually out here killing your motherfucking ass. And you don't divert any of that hate towards them. It just doesn't make any sense. Keisha Hall Hill says that's where the codes come in. We're not instilling no codes. I mean, I'm doing it for my kids. Motherfuckers tell me I'm crazy. You know? Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit I'm talking about. parenting and raising our kids with pride. You know, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit I'm talking about. All people want to hear is black men and women get on the internet and fight. Black men and women get on the internet and talk about gossip, talk about celebrities, talk about, all this shit, like all this stupid shit. That's what we want to clown. We want to laugh. We want to play games. Like we just, our mentality is not where it's supposed to be. It ain't where it's supposed to be right now. All we want to do is be entertained, laugh, be on some dumb shit all the time, tell somebody else to take it serious if they too serious. Like, motherfucker, why ain't you serious? What's the problem? What's the issue? How can you still be out here goddamn playing games? You know, like what are you watching? What are you seeing? You know? But that's where we are. And that's what we support, you know? I can only call, I can't sit here and it's almost like me when I told y'all about the preacher man and the congregation mentality that I used to have, where I would actually go at the preacher. I would talk about the preacher. That's what I did for years. Y'all saw that shit if you've been following me for a long time, or follow my other channel that I used to have. I would go at the preacher. I can't go at the preacher. You got to go with the people that's liking these videos, or watching these videos, sharing these videos, giving time to these videos. These videos get goddamn hundreds of thousands of views. Like it's not those. It's the fault of the coon. But who the coon attracts? Because the coon is normally coming in a form of one. Typically, you may have two coons on the show. You may even have 3 or 4 or 5, 6 coons on the show. But they're coming in small groups. It's the abundance of people that flock to the coons that is the bullshit. That's the issue, you see. And the fact that we let that be okay. That's a good point. Conscious coon killers, bunch of flies to shit. That's what it's like. Bunch of flies to a dead carcass. Because that's what the argument of, that's what, to me, that's what black man versus black woman look like, whether it's vice versa, either way, it's a carcass and flies flock to it. Black people have that motherfucking fly mentality. They flock into that carcass. That's what we are. If it's gossip, we flock into that. If it's celebrity worship or gossip, we flock into that. How many videos y'all done seen about me within the last couple of weeks, and these motherfuckers ain't dealing with the actual talking points of my channel? Flock into carcasses, flies. That's what motherfuckers is doing. That's what we like, though. So I can't blame them. I can blame them, but I can't blame them for that's what people like. You see. And that's where we are. That's our mentality that we have. And we got to fix that. We have to fix that. And we got to figure out what is in us, which I already know. I have a couple theories. And I have one theory, and it's because of our parents. But what is causing us to flock to shit? Why is that? What in our mind makes us be so interested in what Cardi B doing? What is that? What is that in our mind? You see? Where does that ideology come from? Linda Galloway, you say boredom. I don't see how we bored. I don't see how you could be bored if you're black. There's plenty of work to do. Sissy B says, I don't get you at Rob. What don't you get? What do you need clarity on? What are you confused about? I mean, I got a whole channel here, But I really don't understand black people when they say they bored. What am I saying that's confusing? Brother or sister Cincy. Because I like to pride myself on speaking plainly so that people can understand. But what's being said that's confusing? Or if anybody is, if anything, I mean, I'll open the floor up for now. If I'm saying something that's confusing, or if I said something that was confusing, let me know. I'll clarify it. Put me up on game. Anybody that may be confused as to what's going on or what I'm speaking on or something I've said. Right. Yeah, because I mean, Dylan, you're absolutely right. If you have a disagreement with me, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Just keep it cool. Keep it respectful. Thank you. Some of y'all, mad love. Mad love to some of y'all that say y'all understand what I'm saying. Lion Man Buchanan says I got 9 channels blocked by mods. That's because you be saying bullshit though, man. You come in here and just make a bunch of random ass bullshit comments a lot of times, and that probably gets you blocked. Stop doing that. It'll stop you from getting blocked. Stick to the script. I don't know. Forever in my dreams say what's confusing about having pride in yourself and your people. I don't know. I try to speak very plain. I try not to speak over anyone's head. I try to make it plain because I do understand that my target audience is younger people, young folk. So that's what we have to make the change at, is with our youth. So I don't want to speak over their heads or over philosophize. I'm not that type of person. Dr. Amos Wilson actually has a birthday coming up on the 23rd, Miss LaChastity. His birthday's coming up. Well, his would-be birthday's coming up on the 23rd. Very smart man. Very, very smart man. Ain't nobody saying nothing now. Okay. Motherfucker come in here and say they're confused and don't even tell me what they're confused about. Okay. Well, I tried. I opened the floor, goddammit. That's all I could do. Andrew Bailey said, well, I was trying to exchange ideas with you on Insta, but you blocked me. If I blocked you on Instagram, you must have said some bullshit that was disrespectful. Or you one of those type of people that will come to my page and say shit. And I'd be like, well, have you been on my channel? Have you watched any of my videos? Motherfuckers like, no. But they'll say some shit. And I'm like, well, why are you even saying anything? My post and my channel go hand in hand. And I don't know what format you was exchanging ideas in, but if you said some coon shit, I would have blocked you. I don't know what you said. I don't know. I don't remember blocking you, but if you said some coon shit, then there's a good chance I did block you. Or if you saying some shit and all you gotta do is watch my channel, watch my material, watch my content, and I don't know. But I don't just block people just to block them. I know that. What was your comment about Andrew Bailey? Since you say I blocked you, but I know I don't just block people. What did your comment say exactly? Do you remember what the subject matter was? Because I have lost patience for coon comments. I call them coon mints now. If you listen to Conscious Coon Killer, if you listen to Dr. Amos Wilson, you'll see, I mean, the stuff that brother was talking about, man, it's still right now. He even talking about black people voting. This is in the 90s. He talking about the dumbness of black people running around voting. I mean, he talking about that shit then, man. This is what convicts me to keep going, is because it's people that dedicate their entire lives to the movement, talking to black people, trying to get black people to wake up, and black people still sleep. Still sleep. Like, how y'all let these people die in vain, man? That shit makes me fucking hot. He does have books. Actually, Blueprint to Black Power, the video title that you said you were about to watch, that's actually one of his books. He wrote books, he did speeches talking to black people, and it's fallen on deaf ears. People gave their life to the movement, and we still here. That shit, it's disgusting to me. Oh well, yeah. That if you coming out, Andrew, if you talking to me about homophobia in the black community, then I can't listen to you. I would have. I don't know what again. I don't know what exactly the comment was. But if you sitting here talking about some homophobia when this whole nation got blackophobia, then I can't deal with you. That's probably, maybe you caught me on a day where I ain't had time. I don't know. Maybe you caught me on one of them days. Well, if I'm required to listen to you talk about some fucking homophobia, then yeah, you're right. I'm not trying to listen to that. Yeah, I'm not really trying to listen to that. If you're homosexual and you want to talk about homophobia, then I'm not the right place for that, because I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the patience for it. You ain't experienced homophobia. You ain't experienced that. You may experience somebody calling you gay, but ain't nobody black done stopped you from being married. Ain't nobody black done banned you from any institution at all. So I don't know how the conversation of homosexuality even comes up when it comes to black issues. It ain't us. You need to go talk to white folk. Go talk to white people about that. They're the ones that's homophobic. We black people typically just be like, man, that shit gay. And if that bothers you, and if you think that's homophobic, then it is what it is. It's still fucking gay. It doesn't change that. It doesn't change anything. Andrew Bailey says, no, I'm saying the violence that black men enact against me, that's not homophobia. Learn how to fight. You start beating ass and ain't nobody fucking with you. Because straight black people go through getting beat up by other black people unless they learn how to fight. I knew some homosexuals when I was coming up that would beat a motherfucker's ass. Then you ain't going through it. You beating ass then. I knew some homosexuals in my hood. You can run up on them if you want to. Call them a faggot if you want to. They'll beat your ass. It's some straight would be black men that go through bullying. You talking about bullying. That's not homophobia. That's what y'all done started calling homophobia. But that's not homophobia. What about they call it bullying when it ain't gay people, it's just regular bullying. Gay people got a special title for what theirs is called. You learn how to fight, people won't fuck with you. That's all it is to it. Boy, hey, some of y'all know. Listen, shit. Man, some of the gay people I knew coming up, man, them motherfuckers will knock your motherfucking ass out if you try them. Knock your ass clean, smooth out. And it was what it was. Andrew, you said where you don't have to fight people because of who you are and what you like sexually. Well, nigga, I don't know where you want to live in the world. Because if you don't want to have to fight because of who you are, then you might want to go take off your black skin and hang it up in the closet. You might want to just hang it up real quick. You might want to hang that shit all the way up. Or move to Atlanta. If that pleases you. I don't really see I don't see a whole lot of what you call them violence towards gay people. I don't see a lot of that. So I know that, you know, I just don't see a lot of it. I really don't. Andrew Bailey, that's where you fucked up at, man. You said I'm talking about in black communities, you don't have to fight because of your sexuality. In black communities, you may have to fight because you got a certain coat on that somebody won't. You may lose your life over a coat. So for you, you may lose your life over some shoes. You may lose your life over looking at somebody wrong, or fight because looking at somebody wrong, or fight because, you know, there's so many other things. And if you want to make it specifically because of your sexuality, then I understand that, but I don't see a whole lot of that. We got some issues. We got some issues. But trying to make it to where you being targeted over your gayness when somebody else could say they being targeted over their fucking starter jacket. I remember when starter was cool back in the day. Starter used to be the shit. I don't know if it's still the shit now. You can get your ass whooped for a jacket. You can get your ass whooped for being smart. Ain't no smartophobia running around, is it? Back when I was in school. So, Tiffany, exactly. Tiffany said you may have to fight if you're light skinned. Mm. Hey, I mean, I mean, come on, Andrew. You want me to accept homophobia as a real thing, and I just can't. I can't. Because you want me to make what's happening against you special. That's what a lot of gay people do. They want to make what happens against them special. If you look up what phobia means, just like Conscious Coon Killer said, it's not a phobia. Now, people may be ignorant about homosexuals. I don't bother homosexuals. So you really, I mean, the motherfuckers that's beating your ass, you might want to go be talking to them. Because I don't bother nobody. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't sit around pushing violence towards homosexuals. I don't do that. So you in the wrong place. I don't run around bothering nobody. If I did that, then you could say, well, you homophobic. Or, you know, you got some homophobia shit going on, but I don't bother y'all. Exactly, Goddess Ayana. Exactly. Why does your sexual behavior need to be affirmed? Like you can, you know. Here's the bullshit. This is what I don't like about a lot of gay people. Andrew Bailey says you can start off by checking your homies. I don't have no goddamn homies to be checking. My homies don't bother gay people at all. We may laugh at you motherfuckers if you put a skirt on. It's funny. Nothing I can do. When y'all act like exaggerated caricatures of black women, that's just unnatural. Because I done heard your deep voice. A lot of them, I done heard your deep voice, Andrew. That shit funny to me. So if you don't want to be laughed at, if you call that homophobia, then don't be a clown. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get what you want. And you say, and listening to black gays instead of gaslighting us. I'm listening to you. I'm trying to listen to you. I'm giving you the floor right now. But you're not saying no real shit. If I don't produce violence towards gay people, I don't come to my channel and speak to putting out violence towards gay people at all, then, you know, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? I ain't never told nobody go beat gay people ass, go call somebody a faggot, go harass gay people, stop gay. Don't make them that cake if they want to get married. That's white folk treating you like that. And if you got to fight, then learn how to fight, and then motherfuckers leave you alone. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what you want me to do. Okay, you feel like your points are being invalidated, then that's probably, you probably got blocked on Instagram because you wanted me to come out here and take responsibility for what's happening to gay people, like I did something, or like I'm some type of a part of it, or like I even benefit from oppressing homosexuals. When? Where on this channel have you saw that? I can see if you were on a channel where somebody made videos against homosexuals or something like that, but you in the wrong place, cuz. You in the wrong place, bruh. That's all it is to it. That's not my fault. Right, Braves fan, exactly. Braves fan said, Rob, as a black man, I've listened to you, and the only thing you said towards gays is that we extra in the comments, which they were. I don't even go ham. I be chilling. I don't even talk about gay people. Don't even talk about them. They have a whole organization that's talking for them. They have a whole platform that actually have people speaking for them. Black people, don't beat up gay people. There you go. I just used my platform to, I guess, speak for the violence towards homosexuals. There you go, man. Y'all don't be fighting gay folk. Exactly. J1, I wasn't even going to say nothing. Let me show you this. As you sitting here saying that I'm homophobic or all this shit that you may be possibly trying to infer, J1 Black Man is a homosexual black man. His comment reads, I'm black and gay at Andrew Bailey. I get it. And this is one of my mods. And I know he's been following me for years. And I know he's a homosexual black man. But we ain't being oppressed by any means, man. This ain't the place for that. It's about survival. I've been to death's porch twice. Rob is making mad points. What you want me to do, Andrew? Like what am I supposed to do? J1 is black first. So I respect him. Black first. You want to come in here and spend all your time commenting on some gay shit. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't respect homosexuals to do that. I don't respect anybody that does that. you want to feel special because you gay and, you know. No, I don't respect anybody that puts anything before their blackness. Anybody. I don't give a damn if it's Christian. I don't give a damn if it's homosexual. I don't give a damn what it is. I'm an equal opportunity. Well, no, I don't fuck with you. Simple. Very simple. That's who I am. So if you was on my Instagram page putting your homosexuality first or saying some shit about homosexuality or some shit like that, it is what it is. I'm done. Okay, so we done with Andrew now. I can't deal with no more Andrew. Andrew said he done gave me solutions. I sit here and said on my channel, black people don't be out here fighting gay people. I done did everything I can do. Everything I can do. You in the wrong place, Andrew. You need to go talk to them white men that's holding you back. Go talk to them, because it ain't me. I'm not holding you back. I'm not about to cake for them, Roxanne. They want me to come out and dedicate my channel now to gay rights. Like, y'all got that already. Y'all already got that going. Go talk to them. Go talk to them, man. This ain't the place. This ain't no gay rights channel. Go watch the movie. I remember that movie Milk. I even sit and watch that shit. I made it through the whole thing. Watch that movie Milk. But this ain't no gay rights channel, man. This about black pride being instilled into other black people. That's what this channel is about. Yeah, I'm done. You never seen that movie Milk? Conscious Coon Killer? I watched that movie Milk years ago, man. I watched the motherfucking movie Milk. It was some years back. I sit and I watched this fucking movie. Because I wanted to see if their struggle was real. It was this movie took place in San Francisco. Because I mean, this was a time where, you know, gay rights and shit was picking up real heavy. And I was like, damn, I wonder, this motherfucker's been goddamn rallying for a long time. So I sit and I made it through this fucking movie. I think it had that Franco dude, the white boy Franco in there. I forget his first name. Yeah, I wanted to see if these motherfuckers, if the shit is real. And I watched this fucking movie. I think it took place, it was based in the 70s. This is back when they was trying to gay up San Francisco and, you know, just really basically wanted to walk down the street tongue kissing each other in the mouth. And get, you know, certain rights to them that they weren't getting, which is really being openly homosexual. James DeFranco, you're right, Dylan. I watched that fucking movie and I was like, well, I want to know what their struggle was like. Since they was always comparing their struggle to the black struggle, I wanted to see what it was. I wanted to see what it really was. What the fuck? What is this really? What's really going on? And then I got to the end of the movie. I was like, well, how can they possibly say? How can they possibly say that their struggle is similar to the black struggle? I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. It didn't make sense to me. Even by the time I made it to the end of the movie, I was still confused. Like, well, how do they know this about their history and their struggle, their would-be struggle, and still sit around, and black homosexuals will sit around and put their homosexuality above their blackness? It blew my mind. It blew my mind. Like, all you gotta do is walk straight, wear some regular clothes, and chill. That's all you gotta do. At that moment, you just become a black person. You're just black. But you can't you know, ain't nothing you can fake. You can act as white as you want to. And ain't no black ain't going nowhere. You can't tuck that. You can't hide that. You can be a homosexual and do what you do in the comfort of your own home. You see. You can do that from the house. I've known, yeah, gay dudes that act normal, act regular, but they still gay, you know, still homosexual. But they're not flamboyant, they're not extra as fuck, you know. They do what they do in the comfort of their own home. Andrew, I'm done with you, cuz. I'm done. I did all I can do for your plight. I told black people not to beat you up. I don't know what more I can do. But Chastity Brown, that's a good point. James Baldwin was gay, but he rarely spoke about it. Actually, James Baldwin was with a white man. Actually, James Baldwin was with a white man, but he didn't talk about his homosexuality. He dealt with, you know, black rights. That's what it's all about. Mad love Dylan for putting them links up. Anybody else have any issues? You know, Andrew got an issue. It's gonna be, I guess, permanent. Anybody else got any more issues before I get the fuck off here? I'm giving y'all an open platform. Come let me know what issues you may have with me. Atlanta, man, I'm gonna tell you what, J1. In Atlanta, y'all, they got Papados down there, man. And if for nothing else, if just for Papados, Atlanta is the shit to me. And you get to see a lot of black people if you go to Atlanta too. Now, I didn't really appreciate my Lenox Mall experience. I didn't appreciate it fully. Some of the homosexuals down there can be a little disrespectful. Andrew, I didn't beat down one of them up, but they they look at you like you a piece of meat, literally. You know, and it was very uncomfortable for me. It was very, very uncomfortable for me because you just have to be like, what the fuck, man? I just hate the idea of somebody thinking about fucking me, and I'm not. I can't deal with it. Like, I didn't appreciate my Lenox Mall experience, just to say the least. But I know in Atlanta they have motherfucking Papa Do's, man. And that shit right there. And it's a whole lot of, if you like to see the splendor of black women, you can see a lot of splendor down there in Atlanta as well. But you must be careful because a lot of those women, quote unquote, I guess they be men, you got to be careful down there because they do a good job. I don't know what the fuck going on full blown. My homeboy was telling me, I was talking to him the other day. My homeboy was telling me how he how he ran into some chick that, well, he saw what he thought was a chick, but come to find out it was a man or some shit he was telling me. I was like, nigga, you gay as hell. Because he said he was checking the motherfucker out. You know, like, I'm like, man, you gay as hell. Of course, he dying laughing and shit. I'm like, man, you got to be careful. You got to look quick and then put your head down. Like, yeah, then you got to be careful down that motherfucker. I'll tell you that much in real life. It is real. And you talking about don't flatter myself. You think it's flattering for me to have gay dudes looking at me like they want to fuck me? Like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? See, this is the type of shit right here that might get your ass whooped. This might be what motherfuckers is whooping your ass about in the streets, you know. The fuck you mean don't flatter myself? Ew. The fuck? Nigga, like, get the fuck, like, get the fuck out of here, man. You think that was flattering for me? Shit. You tripping. You is tripping. Hell no, that shit wasn't no flattering experience for the kid. You got me fucked up. But I'm telling you, gay people say shit like that. Like, man, ain't nobody want to fuck you. You know, I'm like, I wish that was the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, really wish that nobody gay would ever, you know, you know, I mean, that shit ain't flattering for me. Hell no, man. Motherfucker staring and kikiing and shit. And then try to act like you got a problem if you don't like it. Like, no. But that Papados down there is a fool. I only been like once, or no, I've been to Papados. I think I went to Papados one time. A complete fool. I love that food down there. I love it. Sharona, we're gonna have to ignore Andrew. You know. We're gonna have to ignore Andrew, man. Like, we ain't nothing we can do. I don't know what's going on with him. Right. Right, Denise. Right. Flatter myself. How? Yeah, I heard Dallas, Texas had some Papados over there. I don't know why they don't have one in Charlotte. Like, what the fuck? Like, when they gonna call me in on the meetings and ask me where exactly I want them to put the motherfuckers at in Charlotte? And I don't really give a fuck what you do after that. But it needs to be one in Charlotte. Like, yeah, damn. But listen, let's bring it back. Charlotte it's growing. Charlotte is really growing. They're trying to adjust the roads right now to fit all the motherfuckers that's moving to Charlotte or around the outskirts of Charlotte. But Charlotte is one of the top 10 most prosperous cities for Black people. I actually posted that list on Instagram. Y'all be sleeping on me. If you're not on Instagram fucking with me, I'm telling you, fuck with me. I posted that Charlotte is one of the cities on Charlotte and Raleigh, North Carolina as well. Raleigh is the capital of North Carolina, but Charlotte it's a growing city. A lot of opportunity out here in Charlotte, for real. Now it's not as like a Black hub like ATL is, but it's a lot of Black folk here. A lot of Black folk here, but not. It's still these white motherfuckers are still here, y'all. They're not, you know, they still here. But it's a good city. I mean, I'm not really into the city life like that. You know what I'm saying? It could be a whole lot slower and I wouldn't be mad. But they're trying to right now, you can tell the construction that they're doing, they're trying to widen the roads and, you know, and make it to be where it can fit the population that's coming. Yeah, Texas was on there actually, on that list that I put out there. I want to say it might have been Houston. It might have been Houston that was one of the top 10 cities for Black people here in this country too. Might have been Houston. There's job opportunity out here, Black Rebel. There's job opportunity out here. You know, that resume look good. You know what I'm saying? The resume look good out here. I'm working on getting some shit jumped off. Once I get it jumped off, I'll make the announcement to y'all, let y'all know what's going on with me out here. But I mean, it's growing, man. It's growing. They refuse to legalize weed here. So if you coming from a place like Cali or something like that, it might be some bullshit for you because they still bullshitting on weed, which I'm sure they'll continue to bullshit. This is a red state. You gonna have a bunch of some racist ass motherfucking white folk out here. But I'm telling you, if you look them bitches in the eye and stand your ground, them motherfuckers will bow their motherfucking head. I ain't had no issues like that. No issues like that. You're gonna see Confederate flags and shit like that, but you see them shits all over the fucking place. But if you got your pride intact, you good. You good. And that's everywhere though. That's why I call for Black people to be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. Like, these motherfuckers, they prey on the weak. They don't try to fuck with the strong. If they see you got a strong presence about you, they prey on the weak. You dropping your head or all this shit motherfuckers be doing, showing that cowardice in them, they prey on the weak. They prey on the weak. But let me bring this shit back before I get off here. Because I do want to show my appreciation for everybody that came in here, spent this time with me tonight. Hopefully y'all was able to get some little lessons, little laughter as well. You know, hopefully y'all was able to do that shit. We still got a show to do on Wednesday, so don't come in Wednesday as well. Wednesday we're gonna be back in here dealing with some shit as well. You know, I want us as Black people to understand in this situation with Jussie, Jussie Smollet's old lying bitch ass. Now we can call him a lying bitch, but we have to understand that it is against your interest as a Black person to come out here and be calling this man to be going to prison for telling this type of lie when these motherfucking white folk out here have been lying historically on you and they are never facing any type of time whatsoever. We have to understand it and frame that shit, and then understand as well that you don't have the power to tell these white folk who to put in prison. You don't have that type of power. I'm going to chop this video down actually and take the first part and upload that on my Team Rob video channel. I'll also be doing that with the piece I had on it was Floyd Mayweather and T.I. situation and the Monique and Steve Harvey situation. I'll also be chopping those up and putting those on my Team Rob video channel. If you're not sub to that channel, check the links in the description box. Sub to those channels to make any form of type of donations. Links in the description box. If you want to follow me on Instagram and you're not going to be on that motherfucker making coon mints all on my page, follow me on Instagram. Links in the description box. To everybody that was the first time that they've been on my channel, seen my channel, I appreciate you for coming to spend this time with me. Hopefully you'll come back to spend time with me so we can all get better together and raise our kids with pride, raise the pride within us, and raise our kids with pride as well. Mad love to y'all. Shout out to motherfucking Team Rob. I love y'all. I love the support. I love the encouragement. Y'all keep it up. And I'll be in here. Y'all my gas and y'all keep me going. So y'all keep fucking with me. And we're going to keep getting it in. All right. Mad love, y'all. I will see y'all Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I'm out.